Welcome to the Rescheck Expert blog, brought to you by www.rescheck.info. Today on the Rescheck Expert blog, we want to talk about spelling of the word Rescheck and 12 ways to spell it. Which one's correct? 12 ways to spell Rescheck. Which one's correct? At rescheck.info, we hear many different pronunciations and see so many spellings of the word Rescheck on a daily basis. We wanted to dive deeper into the actual word Rescheck. This Rescheck blog post shows what types of spellings and uses of the word are the most popular. We know from using spell check, voice to text, ChatGPT that the word can get mumbled and distorted in all types of ways. Let's take a closer look at the word Rescheck now. Here are the different ways Rescheck is spelled and used. Res, space, check. This is a very common rendition of the word. It takes the word res, portion of the Rescheck word, and separates it from the check, effectively making it a two-part word. Res hyphen check. This hyphenated version of the word Rescheck churches up the word by adding a hyphen that truly shows the distinction between the res and the check. Rescheck with a Z. This version of Rescheck would score you plenty of points in the game Scrabble by using the sometimes unpopular letter Z in the word Rescheck. When I use voice to text, this is how I have to pronounce the word Rescheck to get it translated properly. Say Rescheck is the only way I can get a spelling that is somewhat favorable to what I am looking for, even after thousands of attempts and many years of training my AI devices and smart home appliances. Rescheck. Resczech. This is a version I see from users that land on our website from European IP addresses. Rescheck. Reschzeck. Similar to the version above with the tip of the hat to how Rescheck might be spelled across the Atlantic. Rescheck. Reschech. This is more of a keyboard slip than an actual pronunciation that I hear. Rescheck. Rescheck. This version leaves out the H in Rescheck. Still a very common version that we see on a daily basis. Reschecked. This is the past tense version of the word Rescheck. An example would be, I reschecked a duplex yesterday. Reschecking. This is a present tense of the word rescheck. You could use it by saying, I'm reschecking an addition to a home today. Reschecker. This is a person that rescheck reports for others, like a rescheck service. A person preparing a rescheck report is a reschecker. This is the most common rescheck. Rescheck. This is the most common way to spell Rescheck. However, it's not actually correct. I feel like this version is used quite often, but it does not trigger spell check, grammar police, or a college English professor to instantly redline your paper. Capital R, capital E, capital S, check. This is the proper way to spell Rescheck, straight from the Department of Energy and the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory. The people who made the software get to choose the spelling. And this is it. One reason you don't see it this way as often is because it seems odd to the human eye to capitalize the first three letters of a word. The word res stands for residential. The word check stands for checking the structure's energy efficiency against ICC, state-specific, and local energy codes. Rescheck allows you to look at new construction, addition, and alterations easily and generate a 10 to 15 page PDF report that tells you if you pass or fail the prevailing energy code. In the end, the spelling of Rescheck is unimportant. We prefer to use Rescheck a majority of the time. That's just regular Rescheck without capitalizing the first three letters. So it does not drive our proofreaders crazy. You can feel free to spell it, say it, and use it however you like. We care nothing about how it's used in terms of grammar. We only care about energy efficiency, energy code, and creating Rescheck reports as a Rescheck service. If you need a Rescheck form created for you, email us PDF plans, job site address, and square footage to service@rescheck.info, and we will get you taken care of. If you're ready to go, scroll to the upper right-hand side of www.rescheck.info. Click that Buy Now button. That'll take you to the checkout. Put a Rescheck in your cart and you're ready to go. Thanks for listening to the Rescheck Expert blog.